Okay, okay. Uh, to catch you up on things, I am in Cortez, Colorado. Uh, Dude, the drive here from Farmington, I'm honestly speechless. My jaw hit the floor. Like, it is so beautiful. It is just like insanely beautiful. It has elements of Moab and mountains of Colorado all at once. Kind of like the La Salle Mountains in Moab plus the Red Rock. But wow, it has all the Moab canyons to it. So if I had to like draw a conclusion, I'm willing to wager dollar for dollar that hands down the drive from Farmington to Cortez is far more visually stunning once you get out into the let me rephrase that. Once you get off Highway 64, there you go, and head to 491, it is far more beautiful than the entirety of the drive from Bluff, Mexico to beginnings of Moab. Just like, whoa. Couple of things to note. Bald eagle flew on the passenger side of my RV, and I'm really hoping that the camera caught it. It was flying straight at me like this. Beautiful bird. I saw wild horses. Also hope that camera picked them up. I saw the canyons and the Snow Peak Mountains, and dude, now here, this isn't Moab. This is Colorado. It has its own flavor, and like those cliffs is what you saw, with the same exact finger canyons that you would see in Moab, but they're like different color. They're like more brown, darkish kind of thing. Off in the background, you could see there's Snow Peak Mountains, and you see them as soon as you start like descending down towards Cortez. It's like 20 miles of Snow Peak Mountains everywhere. This over here, the mountain right behind me, right? You get to stare at it from a completely different vantage point, and it's snow covered on that side. And you're driving for miles and miles and miles and miles. It's just like, whoa. Now, one thing that you're gonna see is that I am nose into the parking spot. So the thing that I haven't talked about yesterday is I finally cracked the code on how to back up with the Roadmaster tow bars. So what you do, not that I would advise, but what you do, and I would only advise that you go nose in first and then back out, or you have an entire parking lot to yourself and you basically use it as a, like, you could back up any which way. The trick is you need to keep this and that parallel to, like, in line. You're not allowed to make any wheel turns whatsoever at all. So that being said, this Loves at Cortez isn't RV friendly, unfortunately. We're talking about, here you could see how like there's cliffs over there. That's the kind of stuff that you see, but up close, mind you, entire time. So it's kind of like this, right? And then what you do is you back out very, 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 emphasis is on very, slowly, so that it backs out as straight. You're not allowed to turn the wheel in any way, shape, or form. You're just allowed to back up. That's it. Which is why it's so critically important to go nose in, straight as a whistle. Also, check out those mountains over there. How cool is that? And then another little tidbit, Cortez also has those kinds of cliffs over there in the back that you would typically see in New Mexico. Anyways, my goal is so obviously I made it here from Farmington. My goal is as I finish out my workday over here, got here on my lunch break, to back up and then drive all the way to Moab. At that point, I'm gonna have to make a decision. My first order of business is, as you might expect, go to Maverick gas station for doing more RVing type things that you would normally do. Less pleasant things, dumping tanks and whatever. What a drive. You know, as I'm getting closer to where I need to be, I'm this close. I don't think you truly realize what this means to me. When I left Moab, Utah, and Colorado during COVID, I came back a broken human being. I was never the same. Anybody that knows me knows that all I've kept talking about is going back, and life got in the way and all sorts of things in between, and the pain and the suffering is real. You know, so there's going to be some things. Let's just essentially what's going to happen is I'll probably record a couple more videos in this playlist of like getting to Utah, and start a new playlist specifically to deal with you know, this trip. All of the cinematic videos, they'll be edited at a different time, so that I could actually enjoy my trips. There's going to be some things done and changed. I am making a mental record of all the things that need to happen, and upon the end of the trip, and I know I didn't even get there, but I'm already talking about I'm gonna have to weave that into when I come back. So just repairs, that kind of stuff, this kind of things, you know. Interesting thing. Yesterday I tested out a very interesting theory. It was cold, super cold. Sleeping under 2 comforters and in clothes, I actually got hot, and it was 39 degrees. That gives me a lot of confidence for a lot of things going forward. Now I have all sorts of heated blankets and heated sleeping bags and all this other stuff. So yeah. Today I'll be in Moab, and I need to make a choice between my preferred method of camping, given that Willow Springs is closed, and the alternative. So the difference is that one takes obviously so much longer to get off 191 both ways, to get to and to get from, but it is amazingly beautiful. And if you watch my cinematic videos from there, you know exactly the place I'm talking about. Lonesome campsite stuff up there. The Klondike Bluffs and whatever are right next to the airport where I need to pick up my mom. And my very first hike is supposed to be in Arches National Park, which is far easier to get from Klondike Bluffs than it is from there, if you know what I mean. So given the fact that we're coming back to Moab, I think the more logical thing to do would be to park at the Klondike area, and then towards the end of the trip, park at the at the more cinematic and beautiful and visually stunning place. But driving here to Cortez, dude, as soon as you get off 64 and travel north on 491, I think it is, wow, just like, whoa, entire trip, that's about like 40 miles or so of just, yeah, somewhat of a redemption from yesterday and all the horribleness that I had to endure traveling there. Anyways, I'll catch up to you later.